こんばんは。運命女神の、なんだっけごめんなさい。運命女神の魂かけら、希望と愛の猫神、白青愛道です。今日もみんなに愛をあげるよ。今回の配信は、ほとんどは英語で話しますので、そして、たまたまに多分日本語でお話します。はい、そんな感じです。めっちゃゆるいの、配信です。多分、少し、英語の、教えするかもしれないので、ゆっくりしてね。じゃあ、英語でお話しますか。その前に、実際は、通常で日本語で喋っているので、だから今、配信中にね、そして今、配信中に、英語で話すのはね、実際はちょっと、わかんない。できるかは、できるけど、多分ちょっと、緊張かな。何やねじゃあ、はい、英語でお話しますね。はい、行きましょうか。じゃあ、自己紹介からかな自己紹介か。はい、行きましょう。なんだっけなんで英語で恥ずかしいのHi everyone. My name is Shirao Aimichi, and nice to meet you all. I'm a cat god that was born from the soul pieces of the goddess of fate. And now I'm currently the god of love and hope. Well, maybe previously if you watch my earlier streams, you may know me as the god of literature, but that was sort of, changed along the way, Yeah, what happened in between? Well, basically it's according to my lore. That's why there were some changes, But I haven't really, explained much about my lore in general. Why did I not really explain much about my lore? I did sort of explain a bit about it when, in Japanese, but I believe that it's not really that clear. Hi, Buchi. Konbanwa. Good evening. Welcome, and feel free to stay. And if you find that, you want to watch other people's stream, and feel free to, watch them. Well, take your time and just enjoy, This stream I'm planning to speak mainly in English and probably sometimes in Japanese, depending on, maybe the chat that I receive. And if there's any explanation is needed, then I'll probably try to speak in Japanese time to time. But overall, I'm trying to speak in English this stream. It's a bit unusual that I'm speaking English this time. I mean, usually in my stream, I usually speak in Japanese to practice it. And that's why it's sort of, embarrassing somehow. ごめんね。ごっちゃやで。そうだね。Yeah, I did some drop by to your stream sometimes, and I did notice you were speaking very fluent English, and that was really impressive, I believe. ドンペさん、こんばんはよ。英語わからないけど、作業用に聞くね。はい、よろしくお願いします。ゆっくりしてね。 ドンペイさん聞いてくれてありがとうはい、じゃあ英語に戻ります。So yeah, basically that's why I'm trying to really, get used to speaking in English while I'm streaming. But overall, I don't know, I feel really like unnatural somehow, even though I speak English like normally when I'm like, in real life. But I feel really comfortable when I speak in Japanese somehow, so that's why usually when I'm in stream, I really speak mainly in Japanese. But when I'm in real life, I mean, I still really enjoy speaking in Japanese, but I have to speak in English because no one really understands Japanese here, so yeah, so that's why I really rarely speak Japanese when I'm speaking to anyone I know. Besides during my work, yeah, so I only use Japanese nowadays, like during my work and during streams. That's why, yeah, I really want to practice more Japanese. And like recently I did bought some Japanese book to like study more and probably like, do some international exams. So yeah. I kind of feel the same though. It feels like I'm in the middle of Japanese and English when I speak them, and it feels confusing. I know, right? It's like, I mean, I can switch in between languages if I'm not streaming, but it just feels when I'm streaming, I mean, like, I don't know. I probably don't feel confident about my English voice that much. I mean, it's not like I'm not fluent or something. It's more like, I don't know. It's like, I don't really feel that my English voice is good or what, Like, I mean, when I speak in Japanese, like, I did receive comments from my, like, my friends. They was like saying, oh, you sound really cute, and like, you sound Japanese and stuff like that. And well, I feel a bit, like, okay, but I mean, for my English voice, they do sometimes say I'm cute, but I don't know, it just feels very different. I feel more like happy when I, like, the expression that I have when I'm speaking Japanese is like really different, Like if you ask me to do like, the situation voice in English, I'm like, no, it cringe. Like it really cringes me when I do situational voice in English, That's why I don't know, I like Japanese because I feel, and like, when I do the situational voice, it feels more, nice to hear, Well, not to say that, English speakers are bad at speaking it, like, doing situational voice. It's just, I guess, how do I say this? If you really notice this, like English voice actors, like a lot of them, well, there are some of them, they're good, but like a lot of them don't. Not to be like, offensive or anything, it's just, that's how I felt. Like, I really like Japanese voices a lot. That's why, like, in general, like, in my opinion, like, when I listen to Japanese people speak Japanese, it just, feels, nice, it sounds really good. I guess, yeah, in general, I really like Japanese people voices, I guess. But if you say it when they speak English, then probably otherwise, I mean, I just like hearing Japanese probably. Well, if you really notice this when I speak English, I probably speak a bit more and like more, more topics. I mean, I really do want to speak more topics in Japanese, but I tend to find like, the right words, or like, I don't know much words yet. So there are probably some words that like I don't know. That's why I couldn't really bring up the topics properly. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm literally like like my words are fumbling because I don't know. I really feel like, you know, shy when I speak in English during stream somehow. Oh god, this makes me feel like the introversion is coming out. Oh dear god, someone please. Now I get it now. You know, I really feel that when people streams, they're really, you know, they're able to speak a lot of topics. They're really good. Well, for me, I'm just trying my best. Am I gonna be fine today? Well, let's see. Oh yeah, what about I talk about, like, you know, recently what I draw, like just today I draw. Not today, I draw it yesterday. Yeah, I drew it yesterday, you know. That fan art of some, like, technically listener of a Vtuber, another Vtuber, you know, the big blue wolf. Where is it? Let me see. It's so hard to save a lot of. Yeah, I know, right? It's really hard to save a lot of topics and then talk it during the streams. Like, honestly, like, how do people really bring up so many topics, like, out of nowhere, you know? It's really amazing. Like, my brain just like, I barely do anything. And a lot of VTubers do it effortlessly and it hurts me in some way. I know, right, Bucci? It's so real. Like, how do they really bring out so many topics so naturally? And I'm just like, mind blown, you know? I mean, that's why I really admire all those people who are able to speak so well, you know? Like, so many topics and stuff. Yeah, so this is what I drew like yesterday during, you know, Saki stream. It's like he was like, you know, he was making a lot of sounds, like he was screaming, and at first someone was saying that he sounds like, you know, some siren, and then after that another listener commented that he sounds like a horse, and I was like, what? And then when I listened more to it, I was like, wait, it sort of makes sense. And then we were talking a little bit and eventually came to a point where it's like, should I draw an art about it? Like, why not? And yeah, this is how this fan art come to be, you know. It just became, you know, half wolf and half horse, and it became a, like, you know, what do we call this? Yeah, centaur. Yeah, that's why it's like this. But overall it's interesting. Saki. I know, right? I was like, whoops. I mean, overall it's really interesting. I mean, actually there's many things that I wanted to do, but like I'm still practicing like my drawing skills. Like, honestly, there's many things that I wanted to do, but it's because of my lacking of drawing skills. That's why I haven't been doing much recently. Like, and another thing is, like, I don't really have much energy like throughout the day. So after my work, I usually just like feels dead. But there are times that I feel okay. That's why I was like, okay, let's try to stream today, maybe like an hour or so. And if I feel tired, I'm just gonna stop. さっきはなんでケンタロスになったの？ドンペさんね、それはね、昨日さっきは配信したので、そしてさっきは DVD がやっている時に、そのキラが キラーから逃げている時にめっちゃ叫んで、そしてなんかあるリスナーさんはさっきは馬みたいってだからなんか馬先じゃあ変えてみようかだからそこから生まれたはい、そういうことです。そういうねまあなんかね誰かその馬先がコメントしたとか、それはちょっとさっきのアーカイブがね見てくださいねはい、じゃあ英語に戻りますSo yeah, wait, where was I? What was I talking before this? Wait, what was I talking about again? I don't remember. Oh dear. Well, wait. Okay, I can't remember. I'm giving up. I'm giving up on this. I'm just gonna talk about something else, I guess. Oh yeah, I remember now. So yeah, so because of my lack of drawing skill, that's why I'm really not doing much, and my lack of energy too. Like after work, I'm literally dead, and there are only times that I feel okay. And sometimes during the weekend too, it's like either I have some plans, like to go out with my only friend, or probably I just feel so lazy on the weekends and probably try to stream at least once or as much as I can. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, roll on my bed and just spend the whole day doing nothing. I mean, it's so understandable somehow, like back then I used to wonder why, some people say after their work they just feel really tired in the weekends and they just don't want to do anything in the weekends. And now and I'm just like, I understand everything now. Like I understand so much. Like there are just days that you just don't feel like doing anything and just want to lie on a bed. I mean, honestly, if I go out, even just for a few hours, and once I return to my room, I just feel so exhausted. I mean, probably I'm just someone like that. I'm not very extroverted. That's why I just enjoy lazing around sometimes. But there are times I do enjoy, I really do enjoy streaming, but when I really have no mood to do anything, I just, it's better to not stream during that time, because I believe that when I'm not in a mood to do anything, just imagine me streaming during that time. I probably can't, bring out anything to, during the stream. So it'll be really awkward. Like, what's the point of streaming today if you're not gonna do much, I mean, yeah. And recently, I did stop drawing for a moment. Like, I got so burnt out from drawing. I feel my drawing is just so bad even after practicing so much, and I'm just like, I need a break from this. And again, I just started drawing I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, but I stopped for about 2 weeks too, it's just sometimes you just see so many people are good at drawing so much, and it just sometimes makes you feel a bit down a bit, I mean, I do get inspired, but sometimes it just feels like you practice and then you look at the people who have good arts, and then you just be like, oh my god, how am I gonna reach that level, yo? And then you just somehow feel a bit down, and then it's like, okay, I'm just gonna rest. Yeah, probably something like that, And there's some days that I just feel really down out of no reason. It's like, yeah, those kind of days out of nowhere. And that's why I sometimes just, when I'm not feeling well, and it's because of that, like I'm really feeling so down. That's why I couldn't really stream for a whole week, and I just decided to take a break or something like that. Like maybe something in between, there's some accumulation of stress or anything, I have no idea. So that's why I just decided to, you know, take a break, you know. Yeah. How I wish I can speak fluently like this using Japanese. That'd be so good. But yeah, I'm slowly trying and improving here and there and learning more from my work too. Yeah, so I really do hope I get even more better over time, you know. And yeah, so let's move on to another topic, you know. And moving on was like let's talk about, you know, recent collaboration and stuff, you know. I mean, like I did sort of like recently try to, you know, this introvert cat try to reach out to people like recently, you know. And yeah, it was a bit hard. Like I don't know, I did try, and apparently that person was really packed. Like his schedule was like packed for the whole month, this month and next month, and I was like, wow. I mean, it's understandable. That person is like really sociable and sort of, I don't know, famous, maybe, like not famous, it's like friendly, and you can just classify him a bit like, you know, like extrovert type person, I guess. But he still feel, you know, like it's still comfortable to talk to him and stuff. And yeah, I did collab with that person once, but I'm not gonna say who. That's up to, you know, you to decide who is that. And so yeah, he was really busy, so I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna, you know, push too much and probably try again like during December. I don't even think so I'll be that free during December, because like I mean, December is like during, I don't know will I be free, but I don't know if he'll be free too, so I'll need to see. I can't wish for Japan's holiday soon. I think so the nearest Japan holiday is probably the New Year's now. That's a bit sad, but well, that can be helped. I'm just gonna patiently wait for the holidays to come and probably just enjoy lazing around again, you know. Yeah. So the next person, I mean, I did sort of like talk to him a bit through his post, and like I think during his birthday post, I think, and I was like talking, like wishing him like his birthday and stuff, and then he was like, oh, let's collab again and stuff, and I was like, okay, sure, probably this month. And I was like, wait, I'm supposed to ask him, right? But am I free? Well, like this week will be a bit late, and next week I'll be let's see, probably, yeah, I'm going back to office to work, so I won't have the energy for like probably next week. I'm not sure, so I don't want to be like go in and just like tell him that, yeah, I'm gonna collab with you and stuff like next week and stuff like that. No. I don't want to, you know, when something I'm really uncertain about, I don't want to just go deep, like dive into it. So probably like I'll try to ask like if he's like okay, like in like 2 weeks later. But to be honest, I don't even know what I want to do. Like, what game should we play? Should we play like, you know, the same game that I played with him during our collab again? I have no idea. Like, honestly, like I have like a lot of games in my Steam, but like those games require more than 1%, you know, like more than 1% to do with, you know. That's why I'm like, I don't think so I can play such games with him. Like, that's not enough people. I mean, how do I say this? It's pretty hard to like ask other people to, you know, collab at the same time. I mean, I did it once, like my very first collab, I did it once. I invited 2 people at the same time. It's because like the 2 people didn't know each other. That's why it was a bit more easier. And I did talk to both of them before, like for quite a lot of times. That's why it was much more comfortable to like ask them, you know. But besides anyone else other than those 2, like it's like a challenge to ask, you know. I'm really bad at like reaching out to like new people and stuff, or even that people that have collabed once. I feel really like afraid to like ask another time, like, is it really alright? Like, does that person want to collab with me again? Like those kind of feeling. Well, but I do like, it takes a bit time for me to gather the courage and ask again. So yeah, and that's why, like, if you really notice, like even the games that I collab with other people, it's like the really common one, and it's also the games that they usually play. So that's like they have played before. That's why it's more easier to ask rather than like, you know, asking them some games that I've never seen them play before. And it'll be difficult if suddenly they say they don't have the game, or like I feel bad if they suddenly say, oh, I'll just buy the game now and stuff, and they're like, is that alright? And I'm like, it will feel really bad. That's why, like, yeah, like there's so many things that makes me feel like hard to ask people to collab. That's why, and that's why I spend like, you know, most of the time playing by myself, or I just sometimes don't know what to do and just do some random things. And anything else besides that would be like, probably my lack of like fluency in Japanese. Like, it really deals like I think that's the greatest blow that I got dealt with. Like, sometimes I just wonder if like, am I really speaking good enough that they understand, and like, you know, are they trying to accommodate me or something, you know? I mean, because I know quite well about Japanese culture in certain sense, because I mean, I'm sort of a bit similar, so it's like, what if they are trying to, you know, accommodate me in certain way? That's why like they don't want to be, you know, rude and stuff. That's why even though they don't feel comfortable and stuff, they don't say it or anything, you know, those kind of thing, you know. I mean, I don't get worried about those things. That's why it became one of the factors that I become a bit afraid to ask. And yeah, and also the person that is like, you know, here right now, that I did say that I want to, you know, collab with him, and I still did not like get enough courage to ask him yet. And he was also quite busy time to time. That's why I also feel bad to like suddenly just, you know, ask him and like, you know, disturb his time and stuff, you know. Yeah, so you know, there's so many factors to think about before like really ask someone out for collab and stuff. I don't know, I just, you know, don't have that much courage as so many other people, like, you know. It's like, it's really amazing that some people just, you know, easily ask someone else and it's like, let's collab, and and like they just collab. I was like, oh my god, how they do that. And how do they really approach new people so well and get them on board and just do the collab. Yeah. Those kind of things. That's why it's really admirable when I see those people and I'm like, wow. Oh dear. Okay, I'm just gonna stop this topic here and just move on to another thing. Wait, what time is it now? Am I okay? Still 30 minutes, should be fine. Okay, I'll just do this stream for an hour, I guess. Let's see, what are the topics that I can talk about? Topics, people, weather. Oh yeah, let's talk about weather. Yeah, the greatest, simplest topic ever that we can ever talk about. So what I realized from Twitter that I've been watching some of the people's posts, they have been talking about that Japan's weather currently is like cold, and I was like, oh, that's sorry. It's like autumn now, right? That's why it's a bit cold and stuff. And I went to Japan during autumn. That's why I truly understand what they mean by cold. Especially during the rain during autumn. No way am I experiencing that again. That was like oh my god, it's like ice water just raining down. あ、そろそろご飯食べてくる。またね。はい。どんぺさん、またね。来てくれてありがとね。ご飯をゆっくり食べてね。バイバイ。So yeah, that's why, yeah, the weather is cold and I really understand that. And meanwhile, we have here Malaysia. The great weather. Where the temperature is always almost the same. We have hot season, very hot season, and rainy season. Oh, very great! So, actually it's supposed to be the rainy season, but somehow the weather, because of global warming, the weather has been even though it's raining and yeah, it's cold, but when it's cloudy, it's become uncertain, It's like the air, yeah, recently the wind has been cold, but somehow the natural temperature is still warm. That's why even though the wind is cold, you can see the temperature is like 31 or 32 still. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Or probably you see the temperature is 29, but what you feel is like 35. And you're like, what is happening? What's wrong with the temperature? That's the reason why, yeah, Malaysia is just, the temperature is just very constant. It's like mild. It's always in 32 to 28. And then sometimes it feels hotter than, even though it's 31, 32. And then what you actually feels like is 35, 36 degrees Celsius. That's the reason why it's pretty hot. But I mean, if you, how do I say this, even though it's 35, 36, you mainly feels the heat if you are really in the city area, because as you know, in the city area there's a lot of glass building and a lot of buildings and they're closely packed. That's why the heat just stays there a lot more and stagnant, and it's like a greenhouse effect. Yeah, that's why the heat is really hot usually in the city. Yeah, that's why And ever since I live in the city area, I begin to switch on the aircon more. That's I have no choice. I usually do not switch on the aircon, especially when I sleep, because I honestly can't really sleep with aircon because it's technically because of my condition. Honestly, I'm really sensitive with temperature. That's why my nose get really stuffed, like runny, and sometimes stuffed with mucus. That's why I can't really sleep with aircon that much. And plus the aircon air is dry, so it's not really that good for your skin too, yeah. And anything besides that would be the current Malaysia weather is just so it's good, but it's supposedly to be good, but because of my sensitivity to temperature, it's like the air is cold but it's still hot somehow. So because of temperatures being so uneven and always unstable, it just causes some temperature imbalance to me. And yeah, sometimes I get a bit sick and stuff, a bit sickly, but it's not really like fever or something. It's just a bit of runny nose here and there, but it's just nothing much. It's not really like a flu or anything, It's just sudden change of temperature. It just makes your body becomes unstable too. Stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, so the weather's gone. Oh no. So let's move on to another topic. What about, recently what I'm buying? What I bought, I guess. So I went online shopping and I was because I was thinking of buying new mouse and headphones. Technically, the headphone I'm using now is my work headphone. I don't really have my own headphones, so and plus my work headphone is usable, so why not? So I'm just reusing it. I mean, but now honestly the work headphone is not really in a very good condition now, I guess. So I decided to buy a new one recently. And also I used to have a silent mouse, so when you click it, right now, even though I'm clicking, you can't hear the clicking noise, yeah. So that's something that I like, and especially it's really really helpful when you're streaming, because when you click something they won't hear it, if I were to use my the mouse that I was using before this, which I was also using my work mouse because my my own mouse was sort of a bit faulty too. Yeah, I was also actually planning to buy a new mouse, but because my work mouse is usable, that's why I'm just gonna use this temporarily. And then recently I decided to buy the headphones, so I was yeah, why not just buy the mouse at the same time, yeah. So I actually did tweeted about it, the gaming mouse that was just arrived today. I put it, took a video of it. It was a gaming silent mouse and it looks really cool and stuff, but just as I thought so, because honestly my hand is a bit smaller than the guys, the usual guys, the size is smaller by a finger, it's less wider by a finger. So that's why when I'm holding mouse or phone, they're a bit usual size. It looks like it's a bit big, yeah. So sometimes I do have it feels a bit odd to hold the big mouse and the usual mouse, and yeah, but it's still okay. I can somehow still use it. It's just that mouse is basically as big as my hand, or probably slightly bigger, That's why it's damn, this is a bit hard to hold sometimes, but I mean, it feels a bit, I don't know, odd. But yeah, I mean, it's okay, it's still usable somehow. The holding is still okay for me. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I did bought recently plasticine well, it was sort of to improve my art, but when I did try to make a like 3D like drawing type like image so that I could like, you know, look at it and stuff, and I found out that oh, 300 grams of plasticine wasn't enough, so I created only like a layer of the face, like the front face only, but it doesn't sorry, give me a while, I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, I'm back. So like the face is like a layer only, and I mean there's some 3D looking about it, but I couldn't really like let it, you know, stand on its own because there's no like lower surface, you know. There's no base to it. That's why I can't really like put it somewhere to like draw while looking at it. So I don't know, it feels like, oh my god, did I just is this a failure? A failure plan? But I mean, I did enjoy playing with the plasticine because like honestly, when I was young, I was always looking at like other childs, like in like, how do I say, I heard from like my friends, they're like telling me, oh, do you know the like play doll like the plasticine? And I was like, yeah, you know what, it was so interesting, I have like this many colors and stuff, and I made this and that, and I was like, oh, aren't those things expensive? like I was like really young, but that was the first thought I had, because like my mom like teaches me like saying that like if things are expensive and if it's not really needed, like it's not a like it's not like a really, how do I say, like it's like something that we really need, then we don't have to buy it, you know. Those kind of like things. So it's like something that I've known since young, like even when I'm young I was following that. So I'm like, oh, but aren't those things expensive, but isn't it fun? And I was like, okay, I see, yeah, but, and like, well, don't you have it? And I was like, no, my mom said it's expensive, so we don't buy them. That's too bad. And I'm like, what? It's fine. But when I do really look at them playing with it, it's like, damn, I really want to play such thing. It looks really fun, but I never really like got the chance to play it until I don't know what age was. I think so when I was in probably primary school, and my like it was like during after the final year exam, and we'll have that 2 months like literally nothing happening. We have no exams and no classes, like all the classes ended. And so those are the times where we play only. Like we literally just play, you know. And you know what, the schools allow you to bring like playable things during that time. Not really allowed, but it's like you see people bringing those things somehow. And then it's like, as long you don't get caught, everything will be fine. As long no one says anything, no one reports anything, everything will be fine. Those kind of things, you know. And yeah, during that time I managed to play like the plasticine like one time, and it was really enjoyable, but I found out that it was so small and little, but it was really fun still, you know. And ever since that, I have never really touched like plasticine or anything until now. Like just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I don't remember anymore. Yeah, so well, you can say that like if you're really gonna ask me what I did during my childhood, I mainly just play games. Like during school, like primary school time, I just do homeworks in school. Like as soon as I got the homework, during class, and I'll start doing my homeworks while the teachers are teaching. And as soon as my classes ended, and I'm like, oh, are you guys done with your homework? Great. let's race who finished our homework for this lesson. it was a really funny thing. But the reason that I finishes my homework like before I go back home is because like my mom and me had a deal, is that if I finish my homework, then I can play games as much as I want. That's what she said. So I was like, okay, I'll make sure to finish my homework. And so yeah, I always finish my homework before I reach home. So every day I finish my homework and I just go home and play games for a few hours, I guess, until like before I sleep. And like when I was really young, I usually sleep at around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. It's like really, really early. Like I get tired during that time. And so I just sleep like really early. So you can say I finish school around like 1 p.m. and I reach home around like 2 p.m. or 2:30 around there. And then I just play game from 2:30 until until around like 7 p.m. and like around there, and have dinner. And then after that, I just prepare to go sleep at 8. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I do when I was young. And you'll be wondering, then do you watch TV or anything? Well, to be honest, I do, but rarely. I spent most of my time playing games when I was young. And what games did I play? I mean, it was really random, It was like Digimon and stuff like that. Like, children, like a bit like games like that. Like Legend of Mana, stuff like that. Those games are really good. I mean, the old games are really, really good. And of course, there's some really, really bad games and stuff. Yeah. Like, I played PS1 and PS2. And then after that, because I played games like so many years, and I just stopped completely after that. I literally just stopped playing games when I reached like high school. Like for Japan, it's probably the junior high school. Like year 1, year 2, I sort of stopped playing games that much, and I spent more time on like watching anime during that period. I mean, I actually started watching anime when I was like in primary school, but mainly it's on TV, television. That's why when I reached like junior high year 1, well, for us it's not rather than junior high school. For us it's just high school, because our junior high and like, what do we call that, junior high and senior high school is actually combined. So it's really different from Japanese like education, where they separate to like the junior high and the senior high school as two different like education, and like you have 2 different schools for that. But for us, it's just like we just stay in the same school. And if you wanted to go something like how do you call that, hostel? Yeah, the hostel type school, where they call that a specialized high school. Yeah, you apply for that, and then you just if you get like accepted, then you just like stay at that school, like in its hostel, like accommodation that they provide, and you'll be following the strict schedule. I never liked such things, so I just remain in the normal high school and just enjoy the peaceful leisure life that I had. I mean, it's not that the normal high school is bad. I mean, the education is like sort of similar. It's just that the hostel type high school is more strict, and they provide you with a strict schedule that you have to follow. Basically, it's like They're controlling you, like how you do things and stuff, making sure like so-called, you know, schedule to success, schedule of success, but it's not necessary so. And yeah, and the exams that they had is different too. Yeah, it's like, it's a bit like what they call more harder and stuff, this so-called say, but honestly, it's sort of like it is a bit harder and like a bit more critical and stuff, but overall it's not really that like different, you know. But I'm never ever going to such school because honestly, at that time, just imagine you have to leave your family and you have to live in that school for a few years, and only certain days you get to go back to your home, like during like a certain like month, or I think so, certain month for like only for a day or two. Like I think so probably during the public holidays, I think like certain public holidays that we had. School, I think so the school holiday week is something like Japan's Golden Week, but it's more of like for students only, the school students only. During those time, you probably have about 3 weeks of holidays. It's like, wow. Like, you know, students have like 3 weeks of holiday. It's just heaven, you know. It's like, but for me, it was like during that time, it was a bit torturing because I honestly survived like my free time with homeworks. So that 3 weeks of holidays just touches me because when I finish my homework, I have nothing to do. Like the me back then, I have no hobbies, honestly. Well, there are some reasons why I don't have hobbies, but I'm not gonna explain that. It's not a good thing. So like there were some bad things happening, like some bad memories and stuff. So I'm not really gonna explain much into that. So yeah. So honestly, it's really good. Like during school times, you have 3 weeks of holidays. If that is applied during working life, that's so good. But as if that's gonna happen, that's never ever going to happen. Just imagine you get to like go on holiday for three weeks in like during for your working life. No way. That's impossible. Yeah. Actually, Malaysia, right? It's actually quite well known for being one of the country who have a lot of holidays, and especially for students. The students enjoy so much holiday. It's just like, oh my god, come on. Give some holidays to other people. Yeah, so that's why like when you're really studying here, like in the primary school and stuff, like the holidays are just really, really big. But then, well, to be honest, you'll be studying a lot of things, honestly. I'm telling you. During like primary school, like usual subjects, you know, they're actually called exam subjects, and they're also called like usual subjects. So usual subjects are subjects that you won't have to sit exam seriously. Like it won't be the exam marks that would affect which class you go into next year. Oops, sorry. And then you have the serious subjects, which is like more like, how do I say, it's like 75% of what you studied, and those subjects will be used to like judge which class you're going next year. So, and guess how many subjects that we actually studied without like, for example, I'm actually a Chinese, but I'm a Malaysian Chinese. I'm not from China, okay? I'm born in Malaysia, and so are many of my families, you know. I mean, probably my ancestors from China, but yeah, you know, we are already staying in Malaysia for a very long time, so we are more what we call Malaysian Chinese. And we are really different. Our culture and the way we speak and the way we, you know, do things is also different. That's why I mean, it's understandable. One thing I do realize is that in Japanese, right? When you call Chinese, they don't call it Chinese. They call it more of like you know, the China people, you know. It's like if you really read the language, like if you translate it, it's actually called China people, like you origin from China. But to be honest, well, if you put it in the terms of race, it'll be really inexplainable, because there's some Chinese that are not in like not a China nationality. So when you use the Japanese word 中国人って中国人を使って that word itself, it's a bit like how they say, it feels odd, you know, for me. Because it doesn't really like explain my race or anything, you know. But it's really interesting. So sometimes when I try to tell like a Japanese that, oh, I'm Malaysian, but I'm a Chinese in Malaysia, I'm a Malaysian Chinese, and they'll be like, huh? they'll get confused, because they'll be like, wait, what do you actually mean? because the word, when you use Chinese in Japanese, usually people think they're from China. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. So there'll be some certain places we have to explain more clearer, where we have to say is that, no, my race is Chinese, but not my nationality, you know, so that people really understand, like when I actually explain it in Japanese and stuff, you know. But overall it's not bad, you know. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, so the number of subjects that we actually studied in primary school and high school, you can say it can go up to 12 subjects, you know. Yeah. And you have, during normal exams, like not the serious one, it's like the exams where they just test whether did you study properly during like those 3 months and stuff. Yeah. And during that exam, you'll be sitting for 12 exams. And God, I tell you, even though the other subjects are not really that important, like the optional subjects, but if you don't do well in them, you're gonna get a lot of like, what happened here? Why did you fail? Why did you did badly? Like those kind of things. Like if as long as you don't fail, then it should be fine. But if you get like fail, then you'll be like, oh. Like your, you know, the homeroom, like basically your classroom, like the main teacher, the one who's in charge of your class, will start be like, so why did you fail? Like during those times, they'll be like really awkward and stuff. So we at least try not to fail the optional subject, but at the same time we try to get A's too, because you know, it's just great, you know, you get higher score, you know, the better it looks, you know. Yeah, it's like the Asian mentality. Like, but my family is not that, like, doesn't really like have that mentality that much, so it really doesn't matter. As long as we did well, we did our best, then it's great. So yeah, so the main subjects are the one that we really try to score really high. So yeah, those kind of things, okay? Yeah, so basically that was something like, I don't even know how they come to this education system. I'm just jumbling here and there. I don't even know why I started this, but oh well. I think it's related to the holidays, I guess. I guess I'm just trying to spin in whatever topics that I can think of. Oh, it's already 1 hour. Wow, I managed to survive for an hour. Didn't I do great? Well, I think, what time is it now? Okay, it's around 8:15 here, and it's probably 9:15 in Japan now. So I think it's probably a good time to stop here, I guess. So I don't know. So should I stop here? I guess I should because I need to go eat my dinner and stuff. Yeah. And so how should I end this? It just feels so odd if I just stop here, right? It's like I just end up nowhere. Like literally nowhere. Yeah, so it's really, really odd to end up nowhere. So for a good ending, what should I do? Oh my god, I have never really end an English stream like this. What did I do previously? I don't even remember. I think I never really had a full 100% English stream before, I think. It's like I probably did, but it's mainly still mixed with Japanese and I just end it with Japanese. So it becomes really odd now. Wait, let me think. For Japanese, I mean for my Japanese streams, I sometimes just find a really good time because I was drawing or I was singing and stuff, or I was just playing game and I just like, oh, this is a good place to stop and stuff. But I'm now literally doing like the chatting stream and it just feels so odd to stop. I can't do wait, English. Oh my god. Wait, I sound so wrong that like English. I just sound so Japanese as an Indian. Wait, let me think of it. English. English situational voice. Man, that's hard. I'm really not good at doing English one. I really usually just do Japanese one and I can just think of like on the spot, but the English one is just never coming in. It's like, oh my god, it just feels so odd. I've never really done an English situational voice that much. I mean, something like, I mean, what I see from Japanese, like the streaming, like streamers, what they do for English one, they usually just do a short, like, you know, very short phrase, like, you know, they sing hi and something, and then they just end it like a very short one. I mean, I speak English, but I'm not good at any. I'm really bad at situational voice for English. So, I mean, oh my god, this is hard. Why can't English situational voice be easier? Otherwise, I just sound cringe. I mean, let me think of it, okay? Let me think of it. I'm trying to end this properly. Should I just try to search online if there's any good line that I could end this? English. Wait, give me a sec. English situational voice line. Voice acting script? What? Why is it Japanese? Okay, this is the reason why English one is not good. They don't even have a proper voice line for anything. Oh my god, this is so hard. Can I just do a Japanese one? Oh my god, wait, let me think. I need to think properly. What is a good situational voice for English? I mean, for my voice, I don't even know how my voice sounds like now. Is it even good? I can't tell. Brain damage. Oh my god, can I just do a very simple one? I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Okay, I love Japanese more. Okay, let me try a very simple one. Probably something like, hi honey. So I'm just gonna go with that and just say some few sentences and just end it there, embarrassing myself and just say bye and just end the stream, okay? Is that okay? I'm just gonna do it. Hi, honey. I know you look beautiful today. Every day, if I get to see your smile, it just simply warms my heart. And you know what? I'm really glad that I met you in my life. はい。今回の配信はここまでです。では、皆さん本当に来てくれてありがとうございました。そしてよかったら私のチャンネルと Twitter も評価お願いします。では、皆さん本当に来てくれてありがとうございました。おつかにゃー。バイバーイ。またねー。なんだ先ほどの英語主張なんだよそれはなんだよなんだよクオリティはめちゃめちゃダメやんダメだ難しいよ英語の主張は仕方ないだろ私英語の主張はほとんどはやっていないし全然わかんないしほとんどは日本語の主張がやっているからね。はい、もう皆さん本当に今日の英語の配信聞いてくれて本当にありがとうございました。はい、では皆さんも晩ご飯まだ食べていないの方も晩ご飯をちゃんと食べてね。では皆さん本当に来てくれてありがとうね。本当に配信はここまでします。本当にお疲れ様でしたね。バイバイ、またね。